Hey, what's up? This is, going to be a chill talk. So, I got the new apartment. You've probably seen my short. If not, you can check it out. I got it pinned in the comments. But yeah, right now this place is empty. There's nothing in here. Earlier this morning, I took off work today to move in. I went ahead and I bought some pot, pan, silverware, different things. I took as much stuff from the room I was renting at this old guy's house. Brought it over here, stuffed my car as much as I could fill it, and then later when my work buddy gets back, we're gonna take his truck, pick up the rest of the stuff. But yeah, no, I'm excited. We're gonna get the internet put in tomorrow. I'm getting a new mattress, little twin size mattress. I spent $300 on it, brand new. Thought about getting one used, but then I was like, I want to sleep on something nice. Don't want to take a risk with bed bugs or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, that's coming in tomorrow. But yeah, I wanna talk about work for a second. So after getting out of welding school and starting to work, full time, 50-hour weeks, being a welder at a plant, I don't really know what I was expecting, but I can tell you right now, I did not like it as much as I thought I would. Back in welding school, I was talking to my instructor like, oh, I can't wait to be working 60, 70-hour work weeks. That's going to be easy. I'm going to be making all this money. No, once you're out there, in the elements, it can be tough. I mean, sometimes there's nice days, easy work, easy weather, and other times, it's pretty brutal. It can be pretty hot outside where you're like trying to, grind or weld something and you're sweating through your jeans, sweating through your clothes, cold out, and your hands barely work. No, man, but it does pay very nice. I make more than most people my age, and I'm grateful for that. I put myself in a great position. Even me being hired at this plant, that's a miracle. My foreman was talking to me. He was like, hey, did you know anybody that worked here? I'm like, no, why? He's like, oh, no reason. I said, well, are you surprised that I got hired? He's like, yeah, kind of, because you don't know Jack. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I've been to welding school, but I'm green with construction. I know school knowledge. I'm book smart, but I'm not field smart. I don't know all the little, tricks and ways to get stuff done faster, more efficient. I have been learning that. I work with a great crew. I like my foreman. I like my general foreman. I like my supervisor. They are all chill, and all the guys they help me out when I need it. And some days when I'm struggling, like one day I was working on some super thin grating. It was coated with what's it called? It's the stuff that makes you sick if you breathe in the fumes. But no, it was probably like 1/16 thick metal, and I was working way up, like 5 stories up on a tower, and my welding machine was way down ground surface, and so I had to run up and down, climb the ladders like 4 or 5 times trying to get my settings right because I ain't never done it. And I had another welder that was kind of watching me, instead of belittling me. He's like, hey, this is what you should try. You're using the wrong size rod. I'm gonna let you borrow some of mine. And no, it was all the guys there. It's great, man. Started working with Mexicans, dude. I love Mexicans. They are so funny. Even if they don't know any English, dude, they're funny. They make the job so much better, dude. You could be having a crap day and they'll come and like crack jokes with you, and you don't know what you're saying. You're playing like, you don't know what they're saying. You're playing charades with each other. But no, man, it is great. Everybody is chill. So it's like, even though the job itself kind of sucks at times, without the people, my days would be 10 times worse. But no, now, I took almost 2 weeks for Christmas vacation. I got off on a Tuesday, and then I worked not that Saturday, but the following Saturday. And then I had Sunday. Today's Monday. I took that off to move an apartment, but I'm going back on Tuesday. And no, what I'm trying to say is I'm having a new look, new approach on going back to work. It's a great way for me to make money, make a lot of money. I can work hard, crack jokes with the guys, and yeah, I save a lot of money because keep in mind I still got $30,000 loan payments pay off. Now of that, I put in a $800 payment, and from now until June, I only got paid $92 a month, and that was only in interest, right? So after making that $800 payment, I don't gotta do nothing until June. And then once June starts, then it's $212 a month, and that's on a 15-year term. And I'll tell you what, I ain't gonna be paying off loans for 15 years, $212 a month. Screw that. I'm gonna take this time between now and June. I'm not going to pay it off gradually. I'm gonna put most of my money into a savings account, and once it gets to $30,000 or close to it, I'm just gonna pay off that chunk all at once. And I know you might be thinking, oh, if you're working construction on a plant, you run a risk where you might be laid off. And if you put down all that money, you're kind of screwed. Well, I'll tell you what, I'd rather be laid off owing $5,000 than being laid off owing $30,000. And yeah, I also have my parents. They said they'd help me out if something happened. There's fab shops I can work at. I can pass a well test. I can get another job. But yeah, no, I'm super happy with this apartment. It's a nice place to come back to, sit down, and enjoy my own house. I own this place. I pay for it. I like my roommates. I get to pick and choose, who gets to live with me, because I know what kind of morals these guys live by. They don't I'll sit around, smoke weed all day. They don't got dogs crapping all over the house, and they don't, none of that, dude. I got some good guys that I work with, that I'm living with. And yeah, no, right now I'm feeling grateful. I'm going back to work tomorrow, and yeah, it's gonna be a grind. I'm gonna talk to my foreman, see if I can pick up any hours over the weekend. Again, I am trying to get this loan taken care of as quickly as possible. It's funny, before my break, I had around $3,500 in my account, and since I've been back, it's dropped down to a little over 1,000. Keep in mind, I wasted some of that money. I spent $600 on a graphics card and monitor. I just really wanted that. But then all the little stuff started piling up. I can't list it off the top of my head. But once you're out living on your own, you realize, hey, you gotta stick to a budget, because that little stuff, it piles up. Then really, rent, that took the biggest chunk out. That was $945 for this month. Next month is gonna be $1,050 plus utilities. I am getting some of that money back since I'm splitting it up with my roommates. But yeah, that's the scoop. I'm feeling thankful. I'm ready to go back to work. New goals. I'm motivated. I'm disciplined, and I think that's what's gonna carry me through the next couple of months. But hey, if you can relate or you want to share similar stories, hit me up in the comments. Tell everybody about it. Give me a like, subscribe, and I appreciate it. Thank you.